So for those who don't know, I'm a big Halo fan. Ever since my best friend back in the day gave me his original Xbox and a copy of Halo Combat Evolved, I've been hooked. Fast forward to 343 taking over the reins after Bungie parted ways with Microsoft, Halo 4 and Halo 5 Guardians have since been released, and now, while being excited to see the next stage of the Halo universe, with Halo Infinite of course, I'm remaining cautious. Some recent rumours and some longer standing ones have been swirling around, as well as some details coming from interviews from studio heads at 343. So I wanted to give my thoughts on them, take a look at what the rumours are and whether they are likely, and the details that came from these recent interviews. So let's start off with the rumours. The first comes by way of a guy called Brad Sams, who writes for Thurrott.com, a tech website. There's been a long persisting rumour that Xbox will talk about next-gen consoles at E3 this year, which does seem plausible as the Xbox One as a general entity is approaching the end of its cycle, and these next-gen consoles are looking to release around the fall of 2020. But it's what the article goes on to say that is interesting. It goes on to say that Halo Infinite was and could still be a launch title for the next line of Xbox hardware. Now, this could very well be the case. It's been done before with Halo Combat Evolved and the original Xbox, but we've only seen one tech trailer for Halo Infinite showcasing the new engine, and nothing more. But a year is a long time in gaming, so we could see a ramp up of coverage and details from 343 over that time. But for now, this one is very much in the rumour realm for me. Next, we have something that comes from the very same article, and this is that 343 is looking to add RPG elements to Halo Infinite, as well as an adaptive story that changes based on decisions you make. While this is very much in the rumour realm, I actually wouldn't be opposed to this. People here know that Rima and I are really big RPG fans, especially for things like Mass Effect. When I told Rima about this rumour, I've never actually heard her be that excited about Halo news before. But as long as 343 respect the work they and Bungie have done in the previous games, I could see this being a positive change to Halo. While I love the original Bungie series of games and large parts of Halo 4, the less said about Halo 5 story the better, I'm also realistic enough to admit that games that have been going as long as Halo need to adapt and change to stay up to date and relevant. Though only time will tell if 343 can strike the balance between old and new that is needed to take Halo into the future. Next, we have something that will potentially put shivers up the spine, and that is that Halo Infinite could be a live service or ongoing game. Kiki Wolfkill, head of transmedia at 343, said in a recent interview, "We can't afford to wait 3 years every time we drop a new product and have it be a black box because the games kids are playing are changing every week." She also said, "We must be able to change our content quickly." Now, some outlets have heard this and immediately gone and thought that Halo is going into the looter shooter genre, and I've seen nothing that even remotely says this anywhere. What I hope they mean is that they will release Halo Infinite with the story and multiplayer as like a base game or a base starting point, and then add stories or expansions as they go along, so as to not have to wait 3 to 4 years to release the next installment. I have no real issues if this is the route they decide to go down, but I don't think in any way that Halo Infinite will turn into a looter shooter, not at all. But we'll have to wait and see in the future. Moving on, Bonnie Ross, founder and head of 343, recently did an interview with IGN and detailed some interesting points about how we could have had 2 more Halo games rather than a new engine and Infinite, and confirmed that Halo will be at E3 in some capacity this year. In the interview, she mentioned that she'd had a conversation with head of Xbox Phil Spencer about the future of Halo, and whether they wanted to make 2 smaller scale Halo games, much like Bungie did with Halo Reach and the Halo 3 ODST, or make a new game with a new engine and a fresh start of sorts. After talking, it was decided that they would put the time into creating a whole new engine and foregoing the normal 3-year development cycle. And honestly, I'm actually pretty happy they decided on this. Slipspace, the new engine, looks promising, and I'm actually cautiously excited to see where it goes. Bonnie also confirmed that Halo Infinite is more of a spiritual reboot for the series. For me personally, I do hope that they just use this as an end to the story that they've built up over 4 and 5, and also a launching point for the future of Halo. But again, only time will tell. And finally, Bonnie confirmed that Halo N343 would have a presence at this year's E3 conference. She said that game director Chris Lee was set to showcase the game in some capacity at the show, but it's not yet known if the appearance will be a small update or a more significant showing. While I am excited for future Halo updates and games, I'm also really cautious and hope that an equal blend of old and new will make it into the game. But only time will tell what will happen, as we still know very little about the game. But hopefully E3 2019 will change that. Hopefully. Thanks for watching the video. As you'll start seeing on the channel, we're covering more of what we want to actually look at and what we're looking forward to in gaming, opening ourselves up to many more gaming experiences, and we're just going to enjoy making content. And we've had a bunch of support for this new direction, so thank you for allowing us to be us and hopefully grow this community more. You can expect more videos on games like Beyond Good and Evil 2 and The Outer Worlds, among many other games, as well as some list videos, news videos, and a lot more stuff too. And one final thing, we'll be moving our live streams back over to our Twitch channel, which you can follow us on at the link below. We'll still do a monthly live podcast style stream every month here on the YouTube channel, but regular live streams will be on the Twitch from the release of this video onwards. That's all for now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, and if you want to support us and the content we make, subscribe to the channel and maybe share with your friends too. Thanks again, and we'll see you very soon.